She's called Chanty. Chowder's auntie. Chowder goes, come to Chanty.
Hey, this is Gobinho, and thank you for joining me in another episode of Making Sense with Gobinho. So we'll talk about random thoughts on random topics. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Making Sense with Gobinho. This is our 26th episode. We've come a long way. But without further ado, let us introduce our guest for today. Let's welcome Kim Paras. Hi, Kim.
Hi, guys.
We just love it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm actually good. I've been looking forward to our episode.
Yeah. Long time coming. I was supposed to be in season 1. He cut me. He's like, I'm going to put her down the list.
No, you know why? It's because I wanted like someone special for season 2. I was like, if I put like you in season 1, then I'll be like, who's going to be left for season 2? You know what I mean?
So I'm just like leftovers. Like special leftovers.
Yeah, so how was your day? You know, how are you doing?
I'm okay. It's okay. I mean, working from home.
Oh, you work from home?
That's to me. Yeah. I've been working the whole time.
I quit my job, so I'm a full-time podcaster now.
Hey, get that promotions. Brand deals, please. Pets at home.
Pets at home. Actually, now that you say that, our topic for today is actually living with pets. Mm-hmm. Since both of us have our own pets, and I think, from what I believe, pets have changed our lives. You know, I would say improved. But before we head on to that topic, why don't you tell us your background? Let's say, how did you get your pet? You know, introduce us your pet.
Introduce my pet. So his name is Chowder.
So cute.
Yeah, so he's a 3-year-old Chow Chow Samoyed. So he's actually not 100% a Chow Chow. There's a story behind that.
Okay.
But we just found out that he was half. So he's a mixed breed. We got him when I graduated. So he was my graduation gift back in 2018. So yeah, I mean, I've always been asking for a dog. And then, I mean, after graduating, I was like, okay, it's time for me to get a puppy. Yeah. But I didn't think it was going to go through. And so when I graduated, we came home after the ceremony. And then Kent, my boyfriend, he surprised me. He got the keys to my house. The whole thing. Yeah, so we came home. And then they told me to open up the house. And then Kent was standing there with Chowder, and he had like he had a collar around his neck, and it says, "Hi, my name's Chowder. Could I be your friend?"
So you didn't really expect it.
No, I didn't. I was just like, oh, I graduated.
Did you know that you were gonna get a puppy at all?
No.
Oh, that must be so good.
Like, I was like on the brink of crying. Yeah. But I mean, I never thought it would happen. It was always something that you've always wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, like our family, we never had pets. Like, we never had time for pets, and so having that, I was just like, because we never had pets ever, and they never let us get one. So I just thought maybe I'll just have to get one myself when I have enough money, and then just bring him home. You can't turn down a puppy.
Yeah, so. I have a dog as well. His name is Mr. Brown. Before that, actually, so when I was a kid, I had a pet, a dog. When I was living in Philippines, his name was Thunder. Yeah, he was wild like thunder.
Oh.
But then he died. But I can't remember much because I was
Oh,
little. But it was my dog. You know, since I was like a little kid, I've been like dreaming about having puppy, and I would wake up crying.
oh, oh no,
I was like, I want a dog, you know. But
oh no.
especially my dad didn't like dogs.
Same.
He was traumatized when he was a kid.
Oh no, did
Um,
you get attacked?
yeah, so he hated dogs. So me and my siblings have been, trying our best to get him to approve of us getting dogs.
Mhm.
But like what you said, when you get money. So when I had enough money, but I'm an idiot, so I'll tell you now. So I got scammed twice.
Oh no. Oh, I got story
So the
two for that.
first one, the first one, I went to Gumtree. So
Oh
I
yes.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I spoke to this guy, and he was like, "Oh, I have a dog available now. Um, I need you to pick it up now." I was like, I can pick up on Saturday. And then he was talking about like how someone's going to pick him up now, but I really wanted it. So
Mhm.
I deposited money, and then
Wow.
I went to his place, and he was nowhere to be found.
Oh my gosh.
So
Typical dog.
I went home. I was really sad. Like a week later, I went to this Pets for Home website,
Mhm.
and I found a dog. It's a baby mixed breed husky. Well, it's supposed to be husky,
Okay.
but so I withdrew like money, and we went
Mhm.
to. It was like really far as well. It was like East London or
Oh
North
yeah.
London,
Okay.
and then we went to pick it up, and it was kind of dodgy because we were like on like by the pavement,
Yeah.
we're kind of like dealing drugs like that. And but the puppy was there, which I was like relieved.
Oh, you saw. Okay.
It was like a little small puppy. I was so happy.
Ooh.
I know it wasn't a husky; it was a German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, apparently the dog was already ill and had worms and everything. So after like few days, he died.
Oh yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
he
Yes,
died
the little
after.
baby German
Uh,
Shepherd.
and me and my family, especially me, I was like really sad. The
Yeah.
house was so depressing. So like
Mm.
so after a week
It was
again,
good.
my dad was like after we came back from church. My dad was like, can you go to the park? Your brother is in the park. So me and my sister went there, and there was a dog, and it
Oh.
was Brownie. It was brown. So since then, we've had. So it was like a journey of having dogs,
Oh
but
my gosh, yeah.
and
That is a journey.
yeah. Speaking of that, like tips for everyone planning to get a dog, you need to really do your research. Don't be like
Uh-huh.
dumb like me.
I mean, I mean, like everything online, everyone says, disclaimer: don't hate us because we're going online buying dogs. I know, like puppy farming and everything is a
Yeah,
big deal right now.
yeah. That was
Just
the one happened to me. Puppy farming.
yeah. I mean, we got chartered from Gumtree, but I didn't do all the like buying and setting up the trade or whatever.
So you can buy online, but you really
You
need to
can
do
buy.
your
You
research.
have to get reputable breeders. I mean,
Yeah,
ones that you can see, the mom and dad. If they have any health issues, make sure they have their paperwork. That's really important.
or you
Chowder has
can
paperwork.
or you can visit those rescue dogs. It's really nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I'm, I'm still yet to take you, but
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have to go after Miss Rona goes. We're going on.
yeah.
We're
Even
going on.
even if you don't have any dogs, or if you can't get any dogs, or not even dogs, even there's cats and other animals, I
Yeah.
suggest taking a trip to a rescue center. It's really fun because you can interact with the animals.
I've never
Um,
been.
you can interact with the animals, and then um, yeah, they're happy to see you, and some of them are really shy. Some of them have been like
Oh.
traumatized because of the previous thing, but it's really nice to do. So for our second segment, let's talk about expectation versus reality, or how our pets improved our lives, or any funny moments as well that you've noticed.
Any funny moments? He sleeps so much. I mean, when you get a new dog, you basically Google everything because you just don't know. I was thrown in the deep end. I just graduated. I'm like, I'm independent, can do what I want. You're a mother now. I was like, bang, he was there. And I mean, like, there was one day he was just sleeping, I swear, the whole day. I was just like, what's wrong with him? So I Googled it and it was like, puppies need at least, 14 hours of sleep. And I was like, that's like, well, I'm not even gonna wait for 10 hours, I swear. And then I was like, okay, it's just because he's a puppy, he needs a lot of sleep. And then as he got older, he just kept sleeping loads. So I like Googled, why does my dog sleep so much again? And it was like, there was a list of numbers of like sleepy dogs, top 10, top 10 sleepy dogs. And Chow Chow is number 3.
Oh, I see.
It says they need 12 to 14 hours. So I was like, get your rest, dude. Like, just get just get your hours, put in the work.
So with Brownie, he's scared of balloons, plastic, for some reason peanut butter, and basically, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe something happened.
Vacuum as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was playing balloons in a party, and then it popped. So since that is traumatized.
Oh no, no! Like Chowder's scared of like buzzing sounds. So like of course he's scared of like the razor because there was a time when he was a puppy and don't get me started, dog fights. So there's this one dog in the park shouting you out, Mr. Dog. I'm not gonna say his name. He's so aggressive, and there was one time all these dogs were playing together and Chowder's a little baby, and then this big thing just comes and then just starts fighting Chowder when he's a little baby, so he bit his paw right here.
Really?
And he was bleeding loads, so we took him to the vet for the first time. And yeah, don't get me started on vet fees as well. So we took him to the vet.
It's like illegal for your dog to bite other dogs.
No, he didn't bite me. No, to bite other dogs. No, you shouldn't do that. But they just like ran away when it happened. Oh. I know. Trust me, when we see each other in the park, I'm just like, what, bro? Get away. I'm a savage.
With Brownie, everyone is scared of him. I would say mostly everyone, especially when walking. A lot of people are scared of him. But like me and my dad me and my family, we would just laugh. We're like, these people don't know he's scared of plastic.
They should just bring plastic in the park.
He wouldn't bite a thing,
There was a time when my life was just sad. I know that's quite deep, but it was just a sad time. And like that time, you don't want to go out, like you don't really want to tell people about what you're going through. I mean, I like to keep things to myself most of the time. And I don't know, like if I didn't have Chowder, I would just not. I don't know. I just wouldn't be able to recover from like whatever was happening. I mean, when he's there, he's seen me cry maybe 1,000 times, and I don't know. It's like his mood matches mine, kind of thing, or he like kind of takes away what I'm feeling. Like when I'm sad, I remember I'm just crying. And he just comes up to me, sits on him, like that. I just cuddle him, and he just comes like, I don't know. They just have this kind of sense. They just know when you're upset and when you're happy. They're just, I don't know, they're just really smart. He's my family. I love him.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine. I can't imagine my house without my pets. Mm-hmm. It's like I feel like when Brownie, joined us, or my other pets. It's been so lively, I would say. Like every time you come home from work, they're like there to greet you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You
They're
know,
always they're always there for you. I mean,
and sometimes just looking at them,
I know, you're just
looking at them
upset.
being content or playing with their toys, you just like
Yeah, I know. It
stress.
gives you
Yeah,
it just gives you kind of like some different type of feeling unless you have a pet.
it gives
Like,
serotonin.
yeah, I know. Like when Chowder had a sleepover at Kent's for just 2 days. Trust, the saddest days of my life. Like there was one time all of us like at home, we were just sitting in the living room and just like just quiet. Like if Chowder's there, we're just like, yeah, he's there. It's like complete, but it's so quiet and empty without him. I just can't.
Some days I would just if it's just me and him, sometimes I would just lie on the couch and we'll just cuddle on the couch, me and Brownie. I think before when he was a baby, he would push us away, like he would run off. But now he's gotten used to us like cuddling him and stuff, so that now he's comfortable. I would say he's comfortable.
I don't want to be like the obsessive like dog person, but
Yeah.
I mean, unless you have a pet, you would understand kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Because even when like while we're driving, my dad would go, "Oh look, squirrels,"
Oh no.
or like when sometimes there's roadkills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my parents will feel sad, like about the animals, and
Yeah.
and then they will go, "What if that's Brownie?" It's really hard to think about when it's like that.
Oh,
Because like it makes you sympathetic with animals, but then
yeah, very.
yeah,
I'd like to think it makes you a better person too.
yeah, I would say yes.
You have like a different kind of understanding, isn't it? But we're not gonna go like all Peter and just go vegan. They're like that vegan TikTok lady.
I think for those who are scared or don't want are scared to get pets, not necessarily a dog, but other animals, I would say go for it, because like you don't know how much it makes you a better person.
Yeah, like your life is complete.
Yeah, because this pets, these animals, they're not just like stuffed toy where you can forget about. You really will have to take care of them.
Yeah,
And by taking care of them, you get some sort of responsibility.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot, but like it makes you mature in a way, because you can't just like make it easy, and if you don't feel like feeding them, you don't do it. It's not like that.
No.
It makes you a mature person in some way. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when we got Chowder, I just graduated and I wasn't working for a year. So that time with him, that was like the prime time. So whoever wants to get a dog, or I mean a dog or any pet, their young years are the most prime times where you have to teach them everything that will set up their behavior. So I mean you have to find that balance. So I mean with everyone that's trying to get a pet now, I mean lockdown is quite convenient because you're going to be with them 24/7. But hopefully, like when Miss Rona goes, when COVID-19's gone, you have to figure out your schedule. Like it's kind of like a daycare, like a baby. You have to really sort out your schedules.
That's what I like. That's what I like with dogs. They are your forever baby.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're old, they're still your baby because you guys still have to take care of them.
Yeah. They rely on you 100%. They can't.
And I really like the phrase. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. That with the little. It's not. I forgot the phrase, but it's somewhere along the lines of, with the little amount of life they have. So being with you is their happiness. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I mean that legit just goes like it kind of ties in.
That's why I hate it, but I love it at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's just like so bittersweet, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just that's why you know they're not going to be with you forever. You need to give them your 100%. I mean, that's what they deserve.
So I just remembered the times where I would just stare at Brownie. I was like, when I'm grown. And then
So I'm gonna cry. I swear this topic makes me cry.
I'm telling you, I was looking at him. I was like, when you're grown, and then you won't be here. And then he would just look at me like,
He's just like,
he was just like,
like me and the girl in the car.
He'll be like Chloe, like that.
Oh my gosh, no, don't get me started on that, man. There was one time, so when Kent and I were going to have some like lunch or something, and then when I picked him up, he was like, I had a dream, like a sad dream, and I was like, what? And he was like, children died. So we're driving, we're having lunch, yeah? We're driving to get some lunch, and we're just sitting in traffic, like, both of us were crying at the traffic. And then I was like, there's a grown man crying right now. And I was like, it's okay, because I was crying too.
It's horrible.
It was just, we were just stuck in traffic, so we were just crying.
But it just makes you realize how much, you love your pets, and that's...
No, yeah. Beautiful. Even the thought of it, you can just start crying on the spot.
Yeah. So for audience participation, as you know, we'd like to include you guys to the topic. I asked 2 questions on Instagram. If it's okay with you, I'll go first.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. Let me get mine up.
So I asked the question on my Instagram. The first one was, what kind of pets do you have? A lot of answers are like their siblings. Which I agree. I agree, but we're not gonna go that way. I'll give a shout out. I'll give 2 shout outs for this question. So I want to give a shout out to at Elma Joy Trinidad. She has a hedgehog, and I love her. I love her little hedgehog. I've always wanted a hedgehog.
Oh, part of your collection.
My zoo collection. And then the next one is at, again, Francescat. She said she has a very playful and grumpy puppy. And then the next question I asked you guys, if you could have any pets in the world, no limit, what would you have? I'll shout out 3 of from this question. So at Brian_Chinellas, he said a Charizard.
Oh my gosh.
He wants to have a Pokemon. And then the next one is at Melody J. She wants a hippogriff.
Of course, Mouse, of course.
Of course. And then the next one at Alison Olar, she wants a husky. I want a husky.
Husky. Yeah, they're very loyal.
Well, what would you have if you could have any pets in the world that, no limits?
A snow leopard. That like when you have a MacBook, you got that old generic like background, and I always just put like a snow leopard there. That was like the one that I've always wanted. If I could, then it'd be a snow leopard.
You know what I would have?
What do you want? What else?
Those mini pigs, the piglets, the teacup pigs.
Oh my gosh!
I want them.
No.
Yeah, that's what I want to have. So, what about you? What did you ask?
Well, I asked, what is your most memorable moment with a pet or animal? So I'm going to shout out. Let me see, 3. So I've got Ashley Spiritu. So it's Ashley Spiritu. Sorry if I butchered that. So she said in 2007, I think, when someone's pet was on our road, was let loose, it chased my mum and Bella. Are they traumatized?
They're traumatized.
Oh my gosh, I was chased by a dog once, and I was fake scared, I think, of one bit me right here. It was a bulldog. Yeah. I know. I'm okay though. So second shout out is at Bettina Roserna.inc. So her dog was called Rambo, so cute. So I want to call my next dog Rambo.
That's a cute name.
It's either Rambo or Kobe. So she has Rambo running and pulling us on our roller skates down the road. So cute. It was really cute.
I wouldn't
Oh my
Brownie
gosh.
do that.
Child is too lazy to do that. And we have last one is _ Alex.Nessie _ his hamster escaping his house. Wherever you are.
He did not want to be there.
Well, I mean, Kent had two hamsters, and apparently they're notorious for escaping. So I wasn't too surprised when I heard that. Imagine all these, like, I don't know, lost hamsters. You know, they're like 10 pounds at Pets at Home.
Just get you one, Alex.
Give you 10.
No, a funny moment, the one I had, I answer to your question.
Mm-hmm.
It was not my experience. I'm gonna expose my mom here.
Is this a spill tea sesh?
Yeah, so it was my mom and Mr. Brownie alone in the house, and my mom's like, "I'm gonna walk Brownie for the first time." So she tried it, and because Brownie is a yellow Labrador, and they are strong. So he pulled my mom.
I have the same story.
My mom was like getting dragged.
No, Childhood did that to my mom too. He pulled her, and she was like this on the floor, and then we call her Superman now.
So yeah, so don't underestimate the strength of these dogs. You know, they're all like superheroes.
No, there's something else. They've got some type of strength.
So for our top recommendation, I'd like to recommend you anything. Doesn't have to relate to the topic. From books, apps, whatever. Kim, why don't you start with your one?
So unrelated to pets and everything. Over lockdown, I mean, everyone is staying at home, and a new hobby, whatever, that I've got is like interior design. We're just starting to like change everything in the house because you're stuck and you just want to see something different. So I just want to shout out one, and I know she's never going to hear this, or maybe she might. A TikTok creator named Emily.Rayna. So she teaches you like budget ways and how to make how to renovate and like your bedroom and stuff. She inspired me to.
It looks very nice.
Thank you very much. Google Pics.
Mine's just grey because I don't know. I was obsessed one time with grey, and then I just painted everything grey.
Feeling great. Yeah, no, she's really good. She teaches you like hacks on how to, make things look bougie on a budget, kind of thing.
Oh, nice. I will check that out. That's very nice. My recommendation is a new podcast. It's actually by my previous guest, Chloe. So she has a new podcast. I think she enjoyed our episode, so she has made her own one. I would suggest to follow and check this podcast out. It's called Up Close and Personal. So I will give a link below if you're watching on YouTube, and I will also if you can check it on your Spotify account, just go to Up Close and Personal. And that's my recommendation for all of you.
So the quote of the week is, "Dogs are a part of your life, but you're their whole life."
That's so sad.
Let's find a new one. Let's find a new one. I mean, I don't know, you're their whole life. I mean, that just emphasizes on how much importance and responsibility you have. I mean, you're in charge of, someone's happiness, and they can't really tell you what they want. So you need to just, that's like your duty to make them happy all the time.
So that's it for our episode. I know we talked about mostly dogs, but I think it applies to any pets really. The feeling of companionship, the feeling of having something to take care of. It really applies to any pets, because I can speak of it because I've had like multiple pets. It's a lot of responsibility. But I would like to just say a massive thank you to Kim for joining me in this episode, even though
thank you for having me.
even though I think because I've caught a lot. I've caught a lot of this episode because we just went off the tangent and we just talking. It felt just like we just talking.
We're just chatting.
We just chatting. Because me and Kim, we go way back, and then
Way back.
and then for some reason our friendship just turned into dogs.
Yeah.
Every time we catch up, it's always like, how's Chowder?
Yeah. We don't ask how each other are.
Yeah.
We just go, how's Chowder?
Yeah.
Even if you're sad, just like, you know.
We just
Our relationship is dogs and TikTok.
That's basically it.
That's it.
But yeah, why don't you give us your social? And I think Chowder has a social media.
Yeah, I'm one of those obsessive dog people's persons. I mean, I didn't want to spam my personal Instagram, but my personal one is at Kim Christine, and Chowder's one is at Chowder the Polar Bear. So yeah.
Thank you.
Follow if you want to spam.
What's your shout outs?
My shout out will go to let's shout out typical Kent Becerro. He's the one that
pets?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
One of the wild animals. Undefined breed.
Is he a fine breed? Did you say?
Undefined.
Oh, undefined. I was like, okay. Kat, she said you're a fine breed, so.
Yeah, you said that. Stay away from my man's. Yeah, shout out to him. I mean, it was a struggle for him to bring Chowder. I mean, and he loves him as much. And I'm happy that I got the end of this bargain. So he lives at my house. He's never going back to his. So he's mine. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any more shout outs? Sorry.
Yeah, to my sister at Aubrey Abbey. She's called Chanty. Chowder's auntie. She goes, come to Chanty. She's trying to change all her names. So I'm Chumma. And Christian is Chunkle. So Christian, my brother.
And I'm Chunky. Okay.
No, you're just thick, triple C's. Yeah, shout out to her because she takes care of him while I'm working at home and gives him loads and loads of snacks. So many snacks, he doesn't eat his food. Aww. So, yeah.
I wish I can give any pets, like, snacks, They're so happy when you give them the snacks. For my one, I want to give a shout out to my dog, Brownie. Oh, yeah. If you're listening.
Brownie, I'm sorry.
Since I quit my job, he's been really happy because I've been walking him every day. So he's like really close to me at the moment. He loves me at the moment. But you can follow him on Instagram at Mr. Brown the Labrador. It's actually run by my little sister. Yes, she hasn't updated for a while, but if you want to see pictures of Brownie, then you can check that out.
Yeah.
Or you can check my Instagram at Making Sense with Calvinio, where I post questions, and then you can participate as well. And you can be a listener or a patron at patreon.com/Making Sense with Calvinio. So follow me there. What's our hashtag of the week?
Hashtag of the week? I don't have one.
Hi Chunty.
Hi Chunty.
I'm gonna keep it as that. Hi Chunty. It's something that I've never thought I would hear ever in my life. But hi Chunty. That's
Chunty, yeah.
So that's it for our episode again. So see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chanti.
I'm not Chanti.
Oh, you're Chamama. Chamama.
Chama.
Oh, Chama. Chamama.